Hey folks, I have a really cool instrument to show you today. This is the second instrument as part of my Kingdom Era ukulele project. For that project, I went to Hawaii and I studied instruments and collections that were from the 1880s and 90s. Those original three builders of these instruments were Portuguese immigrants from Madeira. So they brought with them two different string instruments to Hawaii that eventually became the ukulele. So the first one that I made is this little guy. Looks like a soprano-sized instrument that you might be used to seeing. And in Madeira, this was usually called a machete. So, the little one. And I built this one entirely with hand tools from and used the materials and techniques of those original builders as best I could. And that was because of a grant from Mortise and Tenon magazine. So to continue the project, I built the second instrument. The other one that came to Hawaii was called a Rajao. And see how it's got 5 strings on it. And otherwise they're pretty similar. I examined one of these in the Bishop Museum and a few at Sean's collection, and I was really interested in it. It's got a tenor length scale. It's got a 17-inch scale length and usually has 5 strings. I think later on folks started to take that 5th string off and just play with the 4 strings. And in its 5-string tuning, if you forget about this one, it is just G, C, E, A. So these 4 strings are familiar to you from your uke. And then it's just got this D. So it's got 2 re-enchant strings. Pretty interesting, huh? And I built this one also out of Fir and Koa, like the other one, using hand tools, hide glue, shellac, wax. I used violin-style tuners, the whole thing. The only thing different about this one is I used regular fret wire, modern strings, and then I used store-bought pegs here and here instead of making my own. So yeah, I finished this one because I'm going back to Hawaii this month for the Ukulele Guild of Hawaii meeting, and I'm speaking about this project there, and I wanted to have these two ready to bring along. So I think I'm really interested in this as a tenor size instrument. It looks bigger than a tenor uke, but it's just because it's so slim. It's got a different look to it, but it is a 17-inch scale. And I could see that the 5-string setup would be useful to lots of different players. Maybe not with this particular stringing. Like I think a lot of folks would put this as a C or a high C or a high G. I could see banjo people liking it. I could also see this instrument but made in a 4-string setup. I think that would be really cool. I might do that next. So stay tuned next year to hear and see that one. So anyway, this is number 850, my Rajao, and I'm really proud of it. It's been a really cool project. Cheers.